Okay. All right, Nigel. We're going to finish or talk about the book that we've already finished by reviewing the last chapter, and it's about Rosa Parks and her place in history. So if you'll go to page 51, this is something that we've already read, but just to kind of get you back thinking about reading today, um, we're going to pair read it. So I'm going to read first, and then I'll read 51, and then I'll let you finish out the story. Okay. All right. So I want you to take your finger. I want you to track along with me, and just follow along and get ready to pick up when I go. All right. Rosa stayed active in the civil rights movement. She also worked first as a receptionist, then as a staff assistant to Representative John Conyers of Michigan. Congressman Conyers relied on Rosa to run his Detroit office while he was away. Let me fix this. Okay. Congressman Conyers relied on Rosa to run his Detroit office while he was away in Washington, D.C. She spent much of her time, keep tracking with me, recording the problems of the people in Conyers, in Conyers district, many of whom were black. Then Conyers and his staff did their best to help these people find jobs, get health care, and fight discrimination. She remained in that job from 1965 through 1988. Okay, you picked up right there at retirement. And track it. Track it with me.
Retirement wasn't the end of her life of service. In February 1987, she co-founded the Rosa and Romaine Park Institution for self-development.
Good.
With her friends and secretaries, Elaine Elson Stills, in honor of Romaine Park.
Now read that name again. It's her husband.
Romaine Park.
Raymond Parks. Okay, go.
Who had died in 1979. The goal of the institution. The goal of the institute was to provide education and guidance for young people. Rosa never forgot this sense of self-worth that molded her life.
Good.
She wanted to pass on the quality to as many others as possible.
Correct.
The institute offered many programs to inner city teens to help them obtain jobs and leadership skills. They learn to behave properly.
Not properly. Look at it again. That's one of the words we studied.
They learn to behave politely.
Good.
They worked on their reading and writing skills. Most of all, they learned to reach out to the community and help others improve their life too. Every summer, the institute took a busload of teenagers on a trip called Pathway to Freedom. The teams visited important civil rights sites of all over the United States and Canada. Rosa wanted young people to understand the violence and painful history behind the freedoms they enjoyed. She also wanted them to see how just one person could make a difference. Many honors and words of praise were bestowed upon Rosa.
Good.
She was the mother of the civil rights movement. And words cannot do full justice to her accomplishment. But in Montgomery, Alabama, there is a special kind of monument that pleases Rosa very much.
Not
That
places.
pleases Rosa very much.
Good.
The bus on which she made history ran along Cleveland Avenue. Today, that street is called Rosa Parks Boulevard.
Couple of words that you self-corrected them. Institute, you were saying institution again, remember, so you gotta look at those endings. We're gonna work on that with our word search here, or our word sort here in a minute. And there was politely. Remember, I started to give you the meaning, because what did you tell me politely? If somebody is polite, they have what?
Respect.
And you used a different term when we talked about it before. Good what?
Good manners.
Good. All right. So, reading through that, a lot of things that you've got just nailed, which lets me know just getting familiar with it made a difference for you in your confidence level. Civil rights movement, you right through that. You talked through the institutes, the word secretary you stumbled on earlier when we did it. You got that. Politely, you worked your way through. That's good. And there was another little area that
What's that big word?
What was the big word? I can't remember.
It was accomplishments.
Yeah, accomplishments, because you kind of stumbled on it earlier, but then you got it. You nailed it this time. A couple of things to be aware of, because you're still doing it. Look at your endings, okay? Like pleased. You said pleases first, then you got pleased. Institute, you were saying institution. You just got to look at that ending, okay? That's much better. You read much better on that side. All right, let's take a look at. There we go. Okay, so that was a familiar book. You've already read that one, so you finished that whole book. We're going to start with this lesson. We're going to start with this new book. And part of starting with the new book is just kind of looking at it and deciding what it's about. And you've probably already read a little bit of it, I think. You said you've read through it. So if you're just looking at it, what do you know it's about?
I'll tell you exactly. It's about a kid that is getting to take a shot at a basketball game.
Is he going to be able to try to win some money? Is that what it's about?
Yeah, he's gonna try to make the shot from the foul line.
For $1 million.
Yes, and
Is it $1 million?
And it's blindfolded too.
How old do you think he is in here?
He's 12.
So he's probably in middle school.
Yes.
What's one thing that turn over to the table of contents? Okay. So when you look at the table of contents, you can see a couple of things. How many chapters are there?
There's 17.
17 chapters, but let's just look at one of them. Go over to page 40. Look at page 40. All right, starting at page 40, that's chapter 7. Let's count and see how long each one of these chapters are. So they could be very long, like chapter 7 is probably one of the longest ones. Count and see how many pages you think it is.
$15.
Okay, front to back, 15 pages. But if you look back here, go to chapter 1. Starts on page 1. Look how many pages it is. Look at it.
Just 1, 2,
So 1,
4.
4, really 3 1/4 page, right? All right, so what we're going to do, I want you to try something. And I've actually got another little thing I'm going to bring in one of our next lessons to help you track. But today, I want you just to use. I'm going to make you one, and I'm going to make myself one. We're going to try it a couple of ways. We're going to track with just a piece of paper today. But what you'll do is you'll slide this down as you